Hey there, welcome to another world mining update. I did say I was going to do another update for this, so I will definitely do that. But first, I want to talk about the question that always gets asked every time I post a video. And I want to do this first because hopefully some of the people who would post would actually have heard this and don't really necessarily need to post. I've often talked about whether I thought this was a scam or not. And I'm still not sure whether or not it is, but I spent a great deal of time studying the World Mining Telegram and all the other world mining news. And apparently, there are some people who are 20 plus days, 20 plus calendar days, and that's important, calendar days, from requesting a withdrawal and not getting it. Now, some time ago in the news section, they did post an announcement saying that withdrawals would only be available Monday through Friday and that withdrawals would take 14 business days to process. Now, the wording on that initially, and I will say it was quite ambiguous. They did not say 14 business days on the withdrawal, they said 14 days, as I recall reading it. And it's now been updated or altered or superseded by emails. So basically what it means is when you put in a request, it takes 14 business days from the time you put the request in before your withdrawal can be processed. Now, business days would be Monday through Friday, and apparently everyone at World Mining is on vacation right now, so that's why it's taking so long. Now, there are people who have hit the 14-day mark. I've seen that in the Telegram, and they still haven't gotten their withdrawal as of this morning. So I still don't know if this is not a positive sign or what. But if you say anything that they don't like, they will ban you from the Telegram. And if you question the validity of them actually going to be doing payouts, they ban you. So anyone who says anything basically derogatory against the company, even slightly, or questions anything, which honestly, some of the questions I saw that people got banned for were reasonable questions. You know, I have been waiting 20 calendar days. Why haven't I gotten my money? And basically the only answer they get is one of two things. They are told to wait, or they're told to get out and get banned. So my thought on it is if you want to maintain a customer base, the last thing you want to tell somebody to do is wait. And if you're customer focused, you don't want to go around telling all your people you have to wait. Now imagine if you went into a restaurant and ordered dinner and everything seemed okay. It was fairly busy. And when some time went by, what would be a reasonable amount of time, you approached the counter, asked the person working there, just wanted to see when I was going to get my food, and all they did was say, wait. We have lots of customers, wait. I don't think that's good customer service. And it does not bode well for the future. So regardless, I don't have the answers as to whether you're going to get your money or not. I really can't say. I don't think anyone can say, except for the people who work for World Mining. And right now, none of them are actually answering any questions, emails, whatnot. The only answer you get is one word: wait. We have so many customers, we can't get to you. It's not my fault. I don't know why I should have to suffer for it, but that's okay. It's telling me that you're not the only game in town, and it does not mean I have to spend my money with you to do cloud mining. There are other options and other situations and things you can do, and we're going to explore some of those while we wait for this all to pan out. In the interim, since it's pointless to try to withdraw anything from World Mining right now, I have been reinvesting. So we have actually gotten almost an equal amount between S1 and S2 for hash rate, which I was actually curious about to find out how close, once I get this up to 3.5 gigahash per second, the same, or 3.5 terahash, the same as S2, how these numbers are going to factor in. They should have a slight difference with S1 being a little bit lower than S2. So we're going to see if that actually works out. And by the way it's trending, it should. But we've been making about $9 a day, and that's not bad. But our total investment so far is about $1,000. So put $1,000 in it, reinvested $1,000, basically reinvested and deposited from other crypto projects I have going on. So took some money out of my trading bot and dropped it in here because at the time it seemed like a good idea, and it put me right on track with where I wanted to be. And the should have been about the $1,200 mark, and I was actually going to drop another $1,000 in here, but they're just not giving me the impression that I have the security that I need. So I'm very hesitant to put any more of my own outside money in at this time, and it's something you should really take to heart in exploring any kind of investment, especially in cryptocurrency, since there's no regulation. What you need to look at in a company that you're going to invest in, if you're going to invest in a company that's going to provide a service for you, what are you going to get back out of it? Are you going to get anything back out of it? Do they have a good reputation? Do they have a good track record? Is there disturbing news in their forums or their Telegram or their any other media? When you look at their Facebook page, is it completely negative and people begging for their money? Those are some really clear signs that the company is in distress or is not listening to the people that they're dealing with, because any company that wants to stay in business is going to take any amount of negative questioning in their public forums very seriously. And it's a disturbing trend when they start banning people and boycotting people off of the site for asking questions. The questions should be answered in a logical manner. They should be answered reasonably. If you see those sorts of things where people take the time to answer those difficult questions and not bury the difficult questions, it definitely goes a long way towards establishing a good reputation, because every company makes mistakes. It's how they deal with their mistakes that makes what the company is going to be for you. And if you have any reasonable desire to invest in world mining, if you're watching this in the future and they're doing well at the time, awesome. But just take a moment and look at their Facebook page. Look at all of their social media pages. If their public posts are negative, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's how they deal with the negative messages. Sure, if there's an excessive number of them, it's going to probably give an good indication that you're going to have trouble. But if you're not going to have trouble, well, let me rephrase that. If you're going to have trouble, how they deal with those other people is how they're going to deal with you. So just be aware of that. Now, I will admit a lot of the people who are posting messages are not reading the news page like they should be. And a lot of people are not comprehending what's said on the page. And I will say that some of the verbiage on the page was not clear. And that definitely is a strike against comprehension of what they were trying to say. So, not making it clear, giving people one-word answers and telling them to wait with 3 exclamation points behind it, it just tells me that they're losing patience with telling people that they're not getting their money right away, if at all. And I don't know. I've always kind of been suspicious of this company, so I haven't put a tremendous amount of money in it. But now it's just reinvesting every day, and or every other day. We're getting up to about close to the $20 every other day mark, and that's fine. If it does pan out, I've got a pretty good setup in the back of reinvestments to carry me through. We've done a lot of videos on these, and maybe this will be good historical to watch how a company deals with a rough time or how a scam happens. So I'm going to definitely leave these up here, and I'll leave the spreadsheets up here regardless. But at this time, nobody that I'm aware of has really actually gotten a payout in the last 20 calendar days, 21 calendar days. A couple of people have gotten $5 here and there on Payeer, but I haven't seen any proof from anybody from any other sources or any large amounts of money. So what I'm wondering is with this extended period of time, my thought was maybe they're pulling the money out and pumping it through an exchange and running a bot on it and increasing the money before they turn it over. Because, if you take money out of circulation, say I have $1,000 I want to pull out, and it's an investment company, and I give them notice that I want to withdraw my money, and they say it'll be 14 calendar days before you get your money. And that's acceptable. It's not unheard of. I know some other sites require a week's notice to do withdrawals, and that's fine, as long as it's a stated policy and you agree to it. But if they take my money out of my account, so it's out of my circulation, so I'm not getting any benefit of it anymore, and they put it in their account, and they pump it and move it through an exchange and put it through a bot and do trading on it and ramp it up as much as possible and get every last penny they can out of it for the next 13 calendar days, and then withdraw it and give me $1,000. It kind of makes sense, because if with the downturn market in cryptocurrencies right now, it would take in a tremendous amount of hashing power for $10 a day, and it would cost more than $1,000 to get $10 a day in hash rate. Believe me, I know. I've got quite a bit invested in some mining rigs. I got quite a bit invested in other things, and the return on this based on what the investment is really high, which is a red flag, and I know this. Anyway, I don't want to make this any longer because I'm approaching 15-minute mark, which is way longer than I thought it was going to be. But I did want to say I don't have the answers on whether you're going to get paid or not. I'm still suspicious of this company. I'm still reinvesting, and you can check the progress of what's going on in the spreadsheet that I linked down in the description. At this time, I would not say to invest your money if you're a new investor. So I would say hold off and follow their Facebook page and see what that is. And hey, if you're watching this and you think this whole thing's a joke anyway, check out their Facebook page for even more humor, because it's actually both sad and funny at the same time. It's sad that so many people are frustrated and so many people are potentially losing money, but it's funny to watch them scramble to be rude and respond poorly to people who are desperate to get their cash. I read posts from people who have actually put in 300 grand in this company. I don't know if I believe it, because it's internet. But if I've dropped 300 grand in a company without doing any research whatsoever and drastically following their social media on a regular basis to see what they're doing, well, honestly, that's kind of on me. Because most companies that I have investments in, I follow all their web pages, I follow all their news sites, I follow all their press releases. I am pretty well up to date on what they're doing, and everything gets gathered in a folder. So if I was going to drop that much money in here, I would definitely be doing that. And if I didn't, well, I'm blindly investing almost $350,000 is kind of silly. I don't know too many people who could kiss away 300 grand. Anyway, that's it for this week. I will catch you guys next week. and we'll see if we have better news. But until then, take it easy. And if you are waiting like I am for the investments to, or the withdrawals to come back, well, let's hope it happens soon. See ya.